Yeah, I just want to talk to everybody about the end of the world. That's right, the end of the world. Well, or at least how it feels to a lot of these kids nowadays. It feels like anytime something goes wrong, it's the end of the world. Then again, I think whenever we were younger, it was probably the same thing. You know, your boyfriend, girlfriend breaks up with you, you get a bad grade on a test. I mean, you felt like it was the end of the world, you know? One thing I've noticed, and I noticed this in myself, is that as parents, we're partially responsible for why our kids feel this way, for why they get so down on themselves for making a simple mistake. You ever notice that, like, when your kid makes a mistake, I mean, you can date back to the time they were 2 or 3 years old and accidentally spilled juice on a rug, or, you know, knocked over their food or whatever. Like, how angry we can get, how upset we can get when this happens, how frustrated and all over them we can get with yelling and screaming and, you know, watch what you're doing, and oh my God, why would you do that, and da 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 da. And we give our kids the business a lot of times, man, for just making a simple mistake. You know, and for these kids, you got to realize they're already sad. Like, they didn't mean to do it. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some little punks out there that probably mean to, like, knock their juice over, but, you know, a lot of times it's an accident. They're not trying to do it. They didn't mean to make that mistake. So they already feel bad. And then to have mom or dad come down screaming and yelling at them to make them feel even worse, it's like, geez, like, no wonder they grow up with the mentality believing that every little mistake that they make is cause for, like, major concern. You know, I'm not saying don't correct your children when they make mistakes and stuff like that. Let them just, you know, they make a mistake and say, oh, it's okay, you made a mistake. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying watch how you react when they make these mistakes. You know, I never forget Anya one day decided she was going to double hand crayon draw on my wall at like 5 years old. And I went into that room and I flipped out. I mean, I flipped out. And what are you doing? And you're gonna wash this wall, and you're gonna get a sponge, and you're gonna clean this wall, and da 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 da. And I was so angry. I had to walk out the side. I had to walk out the house because I was that mad. You know, and I talked to my dad, and my dad was like, "Son," he's like, "you drew on the walls." He's like, you know, when I asked you why you did it, you said you did it because you like drawing and you wanted to draw. You know, you wanted to express yourself in a way or whatever the heck. And so I went back and I asked Anya, I'm like, Anya, why would you do that? You know, like, come on, man. Like, you have paper, you have crayons. Like, why would you draw on my wall? And she was like, I just wanted to draw a pretty picture for you, Daddy, that you could see when you wake up. Boy, I felt like a evil idiot. I was like, yo, dang, wow. I mean, you know, you still shouldn't draw on my walls, but ouch. And I mean, I went off on her bad. I still feel bad to it to this day. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, and that was at 5 or 6 years old, you know what I mean? And now I really have to, like, you know, I'm always trying to make sure that, like, Anya realizes that when she makes a mistake, when Noah, when Zoe, when any of my kids realize, you know, when they make a mistake, I always do my best to make sure they realize that it's not the end of the world. You know, it's not the end of the world. Like, you know, Anya will literally drop a fork on the ground, and I swear to you, I'm like, yo, just pick it up and wash it off. It's okay, you know? But I wonder if some of that is because of how I was for a long time in her life, where she would make a mistake and I would be all over her for it, you know? So I'm really just trying to help a lot of people see from my experience that if you make that mistake, you know, if the kids make that mistake, like, don't react like I used to. You know, to all the new parents out there, don't react like I used to, man. It's okay to take it and use it as a learning moment where you can actually teach them, like, why they should do it this way or why they shouldn't do it that way. But try to cut back on the screaming and yelling at them. They already feel bad. You know what I mean? no sense in rubbing them in the dirt, making them feel worse. So, yeah, I think that's about it, really. Just a little bit of advice that I've learned from my time parenting. That's my 2 cents, and of course, spend it how you want to.